G'day everybody, welcome back to another eBay Top 10 Countdown. It is great to have your company. We'll be looking at the highest selling cards on eBay Australia for the Aussie cards, and then the highest selling cards in the world for all sports for the week of Monday, June the 23rd to Sunday, June 29. We have almost gone through the first half of the year. Time is absolutely flying. The Aussie list, as always, has one of my favorite cricket cards of all time. Looking forward to that, as well as some early 1906 cigarette cards of South Australian footballers, which is awesome, as well as we did have the drop last week of select supremacy rookies. So there's a few of those on the list. And then getting into the international top 10, we have some absolutely sublime gold kabooms out of a Revolution. And we have also an amazing boxing card that's full of history. We have some rookie cards from all different decades. There is so much history, so many awesome cards to get to. So let's get into it. So we'll kick the Australian top 10 off with the best of the rest, and it's the same as we had last week. A different set though, of a complete set of Scanlan's 1981 Rugby League cards. This set sold for $5 more at $755. So now let's get into the top 10. In 10th spot, selling for $817.77. We have Harvey Langford's Supremacy Rookie Auto at last year's draft pick number 6. This obviously is just dropped with the Supremacy Rookie 2025 release coming out last week. That is 21 out of 25. Just those autos are numbered out of 25. Beautiful looking cards. Unfortunately not lucky enough to pick up auto in the box that we opened, but absolutely gorgeous looking autos. Then in 9th spot, selling for $847, we have a Gary Ablett Sr. goal kicking greats out of Select Supremacy. Jumper number as well, 5 out of 50. Huge, love that. Then in 8th spot for $850, we have a Josh Smiley signature out of Rookie, of course. That's 21 out of 25. Then coming in 7th spot with lots of supremacy of different kinds, our amazing Nicky Winmar Momentous Moments signature coming out of Supremacy 2021. That is signature 10 out of 45, and that sold for $1,000. Then coming in 6th spot, selling for $1,100, we have a lot of 4 South Australian cigarette cards. These came out of Sweet Now cigarettes from 1906. Let's take a look at those 4 cards. Kicking things off on the left, we've got Taffy Way, who was Sturt's first Margery medalist in 1903. We've got Harry Hay there on the right, looking very, very serious about proceedings. We have Ralph Aldersley, captain of West Torrens, and on the right we've got Boz Daly, who kicked an incredible 23 goals from 24 shots. Just one of many crazy goal kicking records that he had back in the day. So, and I think that his record of those 23 goals has been there's a draw of that, but nobody has in the senior game overtaken him that I can tell. So absolutely crazy. So I love those cigarette cards from 1906. Then we come back to more present day concerns. In 5th spot for $1,190, we have the Patrick Cripps Brilliance base card. And they were called base cards, but they were gold framed, beautiful, numbered to 50, and we've got the jumper number there as well. That of course came out of the first release of Brilliance back in 2020, which now seems like a very, very long time ago. But yeah, $1,190 for that. And In fourth spot, selling for $1,195, Select Supremacy Rookie Platinum Green, but not from this year. This is from 2023. It's, of course, the Will Ashcroft. And that was number 8 out of 25 for the Platinum Greens. Then in third spot for $1,300, we have another of these wonderful Supremacy Rookie signatures. We have Jagger Smith Carlton Blues signature, selling for, of course, $1,300 there. That is 11 out of 25. Then in second spot, one of my favorite cricket cards, we have selling for $1,595, the Court Marsh Bold Lily Auto out of Futera's Elite 1996, a dual auto with Rod Marsh and Dennis Lilly. Oh, I love that. So awesome. And those were numbered out of 250. That was 220. And coming in top spot this week, well, we've got another Platinum Green Supremacy Rookie. Not from this year, though, but a very fresh-faced Nick Dacos there. So from Supremacy Rookie 2022 is Platinum Green number 19 out of 25, selling for $2,990. Now, of course, it's time for the international best of the rest, the sports that did not make the top 10 proper. But here we go, kicking off things with the NASCAR card. We have this selling for $3,063. We've got Richard Petty's STP motor oil. You can see the logo on his racing suit there from 1972. Love that, that's so cool. Then our highest selling UFC or MMA card is this Zhang Weili Black Prism Auto out of Panini Prism 2023. It sold for $3,170, and that was a PSA Gem Mint 10, and we've got a 1 of 1 on the back there. Then our highest selling wrestling card, we have a Rock Black Refractor Auto out of Topps Chrome, numbered 6 out of 10. That sold for $3,990. Then highest selling Formula One card. Love this. This is so cool. It's a glove relic with a 1 of 1 signature. Pierre Gasly 1 of 1 jumbo patch auto. This came out of Topps Dynasty 2021, and it sold for $4,886. Oh, that's so sick. Love that. And our highest selling boxing card for the week was, we've got more cigarette cards. This is a little bit later than those South Australian football cards. This was at 1909 from Ogden's Cigarettes. Their series of pugilists and wrestlers. We have one of the greatest boxers of all time, Jack Johnson. This is a PSA 7. That is awesome. That came out, just as he had won the World Heavyweight Championship, fighting Tommy Burns at Rushcutters Bay in Sydney, quite appropriately on Boxing Day 1908. So I absolutely love that. That is sick. And our highest selling golf card is, as per usual, with so many of these Authentic Stars autos, that's a Beckett 9. It's number 371 out of 900, and that sold for 12,250 Australian dollars. Of course, American, it sold for 8,000, which makes a little bit more sense. Then our highest selling tennis card for the week. We had one of these last week, and it was my favorite thing ever. We have a Racket Knob Relic Auto. This is just awesome. Look at that. That is incredible. Platinum, like I said, so that is a 1 of 1 relic for the racket knob. That's some crazy stuff. Elena Rybakina there. winner, her only Grand Slam title is at Wimbledon. Wimbledon is starting today, so can she go all the way again? Maybe this is a lovely talisman. That sold for $15,620 coming out of Topps Royalty 2024, which just got released last month. Then our highest selling football card is, again, I think we're on a bit of a streak of Lamine Yamal cards selling as the highest. This is his Kaboom out of Panini's Donruss FIFA 23-24, and it's a PSA Gem Mint 10 on that beautiful looking card. Then our highest selling hockey card, we have a Connor Bedard rookie patch auto coming out of Upper Decks The Cup 23-24. It's been graded, whoa, I didn't actually look at that. Yeah, that's something else. I don't know what that is actually. Well, there you go. It's something, but it's a very cool patch. It is an auto and it's 74 out of 99, and that is the best of the rest. If I didn't say that, sold for $24,500. So let's get into the top 10 proper and selling for $38,300. We have the Jackie Robinson Leaf 1948 classic iconic card. That is a PSA 3. Then in 9th spot, this is not the only gold Kaboom we have on the list, but is an absolute supreme card coming out of Panini Revolution 24-25. We've got the Wemby here. This sold for $39,368. And that is a 10 out of 10 for the gold. Then coming in 8th spot, selling for $39,816, we have the Shohei Ohtani Blue Wave Refractor Auto coming out of Topps Chrome 2018. It's a PSA Gem Mint 10 for that beautiful Blue Wave Auto, and that is numbered out of 150. That was 143. Then in 7th spot, we have a very early card of Steph Curry for his college team, Davidson Wildcats. This is the Exquisite Rookie Auto out of Upper Deck's Exquisite Collection 2009-10. It's numbered 30 out of 30, and it sold for $41,130. Then in 6th spot, more Jackie Robinson classics. This is his Bowman 1950 to PSA 8, and that sold for $42,126. Then in 5th spot, we've got Tom Brady's Longevity out of Leafs Rookies and Stars 2000 to PSA Mint 9. On that, it sold for $44,590. I think there was quite a lot of bids on that. I think, or maybe not. No, forget that. I can't read my own handwriting. But that is 30 out of 30. So we've got two 30 out of 30s on the list. Then in equal 4th spot, so both of these cards coming up sold for 35,000 American dollars, which at the moment translates to 53,615. We have Larry Bird's Topps 1981 rookie card. It's a PSA Gem in 10 as well, so a flawless version of that iconic Larry Bird card. And then also selling for the same amount, we have another Gem Mint 10 here, another Celtic, Sam Jones, absolute legend. I love that card, that is awesome. That's his Fleer 1961. So we jump to 2nd spot. And we have Jacob Wilson's Red Refractor Prospect Auto coming out of Topps Bowman Chrome Draft 2023. This sold for $53,765 and it's been graded a 10 by SGC. The red refractors are numbered out of 5, and that is 5 out of 5. And coming in top spot this week, we have LeBron James Gold Kaboom. Oh, that is sick. I love that. That sold for $57,600, which was US $37,600, which is, yeah, that's a very cool anomaly. I don't know if you could call it an anomaly, but it's a very even translation there. Gold Kaboom out of Revolution 24-25. And that is numbered an 8 out of 10. Well, there you go. That is another eBay top 10 done and dusted for another week. I won't be able to do an eBay list for the next week, so don't look out for that, but I will be back the following week and then we'll do a 2-week wrap up. But until then, thank you so much for joining me this week. I can't wait to see you next time, but until then, have an amazing week. Stay cool, take care. My name is Dave, aka Scory, and I can't wait to see you next time.